Welcome to a new episode of Lake Forest Community High School District 115's video series, Under the Hard Hat. We created this series to educate the Lake Forest, Lake Bluff, and Knollwood communities about the ongoing progress of the April 4th, 2023 referendum. In this episode, I interview Director of Facilities Dan Mortensen, Pepper Construction's Project Executive Nick Kosak, and Associate Principal at Perkins & Will, Rick Young. Now that the enabling phase has officially kicked off, we will discuss project logistics and coordination, the safety of students here for summer school and camp, and learn more about the detailed work happening in various spaces around campus. That's all happening here on Under the Hard Hat. Thank you for joining me right outside the RMA. Although you can't tell from here, work's in full swing, isn't it? How long is this phase expected to last?
So we started demolition on the lower level bathrooms June 3rd on second shift a week before school is out. And then we moved up to the first and second floor areas on June 10th after graduation. Our summer construction schedule started again on June 10th. Our anticipated date to be complete before staff and students come back is roughly August 10th, working roughly 9 weeks with 6 days a week. So it's about 54 working days. Currently we have right around 12 trade contractors on site with 25 to 35 professional tradesmen every day.
That sounds like a lot of trades to manage. How do the school and the trades coordinate these moving pieces?
On the construction side of things, Pepper has an office here on site, which they will have for the next 3 or 4 years. So every day, contractors check in there. They have meetings frequently to coordinate all the different trades, different floors, different levels, different work. And then we, as an administration, meet with the architect and the construction manager every Wednesday, where we coordinate how the finances are going, how the schedule is going, are there any unforeseen conditions, any changes.
That sounds exciting.
It is very exciting. Would you like to go inside and take a look?
Of course.
Let's go. We're here with Rick Young, project architect, and Nick Kosak, project director from Pepper Construction. We're going to get you suited up so we can get on the tour and everybody can be safe.
All right, this is our first stop on the tour. And what is this space?
So this is the former graphic design and photo labs, and these will be converted into temporary classrooms that will be here throughout the next few years of construction. They can be flex classrooms for world language or other departments to allow them to move into these spaces to allow construction to happen in other spaces throughout the building.
And what have the teams done so far in this room?
So we've wrapped up demolition, and currently we're moving to the next phase of framing out the new walls with our carpentry crews and installing all the new mechanical and electrical systems.
Great, let's go check out the new graphic spaces. And now this is our second stop on the tour here.
So these used to be 2 different art labs that were used for a variety of different purposes, and recently they were used for drama classrooms. This will be the new location for both the graphic design and photo labs.
How far are the teams through the work in these spaces?
We're probably about 25-30% through completion of the work. You can see the duct work been delivered, and that's starting to go up in the ceiling. The electrical and plumbing trades are behind putting their work in as well.
What additional work is going to be done in this space?
So you see all new walls, new windows on the interior, new doors, frames, and your new specialty equipment for the photo lab as well.
And next we're headed to the toilet rooms. Now this space looks like it used to be a bathroom.
Yeah, these are going to be renovated into new toilet rooms on all 3 levels. The old toilet rooms were actually a bit more spacious than they needed to be, so we made them more concise and efficient while still meeting all the accessibility requirements necessary for those toilet rooms. And what that allowed us to do is add multiple single-user restrooms on all 3 levels.
And is this going to be the only floor that's going to have these toilet rooms changed?
No, so there's a stack of toilet rooms in this corner of the building. So there's one on the lower level, first level, and the second level.
And why are these bathrooms built in a stack, one on top of each other?
So it's really done for efficiency. One, to keep the amount of materials down for your plumbing, piping, and water lines, but it also helps with cost efficiency as well.
All right, let's go see about some new classrooms. And I can tell by looking at this already, this is a lot different from the end of school. What used to be in this hallway?
So this actually used to be a science lab and a large storage room in this area. These will be 2 new classrooms as well as some breakout rooms in between. And these will be the test classrooms where we'll be able to occupy them next school year and take some feedback as to how it might impact the future renovation work.
How far do the crews need to go to finish up this space?
We still got quite a bit of work to do. We have our ductwork guys in here putting that work up, and shortly behind them we'll have carpentry crews, electrical crews, and eventually ceiling and flooring guys right behind them to finish off the spaces.
All right, let's head on to the next space. We're walking into the upper library space right now, and this is very different from the end of school. So with this many changes, what is this space going to become ultimately at the end of this summer?
So originally this was, during the master plan, was identified as a faculty workroom, kind of a central location for that. But once we got into the conversations with the users, it was decided that the IT help desk location identified in the master plan wasn't as ideal as it could be. And a big component of the master plan was making it easier for students and faculty when they're seeking help to get help. So it was identified that IT help desk really wanted to be near the ed tech spaces, which are already up here on the second floor of the library. So if a student comes here to IT help desk, but actually needs help from the ed techs, they can easily bounce back and forth between the two.
What are going to be the unique challenges that the trades will face working in this space?
So unique challenges is staying a little bit cleaner than in other areas. We're obviously working around the existing library. We're taking precautions, protecting the books and the shelves and the stacks so that nothing gets dirty. But all the guys come in here, the floors are wiped clean every day, and the guys leave before, any mess is left behind.
All right, let's head back to the security vestibule. Now, you may not recognize this space, but where are we right now?
So we're actually at the main vestibule to the commons.
This space is being used for what?
Currently, it's just sectioned off so that we can put the new security desk and new security counter in at this vestibule.
Speaking of security, how is this space being used to keep the building safe outside of the school hours in the school year?
Just like this space and all the other spaces, every space is boarded up, as well as putting plastic partitions up so that we keep dust in the construction area and people out of the construction area. We keep tabs on all the companies that are coming on site, all the workers that are coming on site. They're background checked. And they also have to sign in at our office for a site safety orientation as well to make sure that they follow our procedures to keep not only themselves safe, but the students and the staff safe.
Thank you to Mr. Young, Mr. Kozak, and everybody else involved for this behind-the-scenes look at all the work that's in full swing during this summer's enabling phase. That was Under the Hard Hat.